Let's consider this a PSA message for Democrats. I would hate to be you right now. Wow. Democrats, do I really need to go into detail about your candidate? Look, Joe Biden is a train wreck by himself. Joe Biden is a racist. He has made the most incendiary comments about Black people that you could possibly make. If you took the list of things that Joe Biden has said about Black people and you attribute it to Donald Trump could not be president. But Democrats want to overlook it. Trust me, the Black vote is not overlooking it. Joe Biden is going to lose more of the Black vote than any other Democratic president in modern history. And there's a lot more problems that Joe brings. Forget about his diminished brain capacity and all these other things. And I don't want to think of this as a secondary video about how Trump's going to be president. And I made one about why Joe Biden isn't. You can go look at those on another one of the versions of KEV Talks. I'm telling you, I would hate to be a Democrat today. How could you possibly like the candidate that you've picked? The guy that is going to replace Democrats' supposed best president ever, baby Black Jesus, Barack Obama, is an old, white, demented, decrepit Democrat. That's position number one. You want to replace LeBron James with Bill Eisenberg. Yeah, do you know who that is? Me either. That's who you want to replace if you're a Democrat. Now, I want to make this quick YouTube disclaimer. This is not political. This is not Kevin Jackson, the conservative Republican pragmatic guy versus the leftist brain dead zombie morons. No, this is me explaining in the most pragmatic, logical way how I would never want to be a Democrat today. Now, look, you vote how you want. If you want to vote for the guy who actually said, I go to the Black sections of my town and I lecture Black men on wearing a condom. I say to Black women, you can say no. If you want to vote for that guy, that's Joe Biden. If you want to vote for the guy that says to Black folks, you ain't Black unless you vote for me, that's the guy you can vote for. Versus the other guy who says, what do you got to lose? You keep giving your vote to these knuckleheads. What is it getting you, Black people? Nothing. What is it getting the nation? Violence, mayhem, rioting, looting. It's getting you all kinds of crazy stuff, including the new words that I choose to make up. So what do you think the Democrats, you wake up as a Democrat today and you feel like we are in great shape. Let me look at a poll. Wow. Look, folks, I read an article and I'm looking at it here. It says Biden lead drops 5 points in 2 weeks in Pennsylvania. His lead dropped 5 points in 2 weeks. Why? First of all, I don't believe Biden's ever had a lead. I don't believe that people in America are stupid enough to vote for a candidate with dementia who had 47 years to make changes in a country and couldn't do it. If you have 47 years to do something and you can't do it, shame on you. It would be like saying, yeah, I've been wanting to learn Spanish. And in 47 years, you still can't speak Spanish. I'm sorry. You're not teaching my kids Spanish. So his lead is dropping. And this article fascinates me because I really believe that they see this as the Democrats wanting to, number one, rally their troops with these polls. If we just put enough polls out there that have Biden ahead by 113%, then it'll rally the troops. It hasn't. Black people are not impressed that, oh, Joe Biden's really doing such a great job over in Wisconsin. It said no Black person ever. And then the second thing they want to do is they want to demoralize a Trump voter. Hey, Democrats, let me save you some time. You can't do it. Now, I want to do this for YouTube because they want to take me off for telling the truth. If Republicans were in the same situation, if Joe Biden was our candidate and we had all the things, and I'm going to get to the controversial stuff because this is just the normal stuff. And we had all the things that Joe Biden is dealing with. He's old. He got his money through crooked means. He's demented. He's got a record of achieving nothing. And I could go on. Joe Biden is a pathological liar that will lie about the very suit that he's wearing if you press him on it. What are you doing talking about my suit? It isn't a Gucci. You want to do some push-ups? I don't know what the clown would say, but he would lie to your face about anything. He lies about his record on, do I want to get rid of the coal companies? Do I want to get rid of fracking? Everything. Tax policy. I'm not going to undo the Trump tax cuts, except when I undo the Trump tax cuts. It's insane. So if you think you're going to demoralize a Trump supporter, you are dead wrong. Donald Trump gets 95% support from Republicans. And I know it sounded crazy when he said it in 2016, and I could shoot somebody in Times Square and my supporters would support me. But you know what? I would look the other way. I'm one of those people now. And it isn't because I'm a Trumper, or a Trumpster or whatever you want to call me. I'm not some zealot. I see what this guy can do. This guy takes on the nation's problems and he says, let's fix it. Let's fix it. Hey, these other politicians, they want to kick stuff down the road. We're not going to do it. So anyway, only the most staunch Democrat, I'm talking about brain dead moronic zombie, would support Joe Biden at this point. And if that's you, I would love to apologize to you, but I can't. Consider this tough love. If you want to vote for that guy, I feel sorry for you. Now, let's get to the polling. It says this: Joe Biden continues to lose ground in Pennsylvania, even in polls that have historically been quite favorable to him. And they go on to talk about this polling, the friendliness of the polls. And they give us real clear politic averages that show Joe Biden is still leading by 4 points across the country or whatever. Let me tell you something, folks. Outside of California, Massachusetts, and Oregon, okay, I mean as in gone, there's nowhere in this country, maybe New York, there's nowhere in this country that is not Trump country. And I will tell you, even these leftists in these other states, these liberalized, completely, these states that have gone completely crazy, they are surrounded by Trump people. And it's going to be some shocking numbers that come from California and New York. California 25, where a Republican defeated a formerly Democratic held seat, and I mean destroyed the numbers. These are the things that people are starting to wonder about. And that is the case. So I want to go through some more of this stuff, because this article says Trump has a lot of ground to make up in the next couple of weeks, right? They said Clinton was up by 4.4 points in Pennsylvania, and Trump ended up beating her. Let me tell you, there is nothing, repeat, absolutely nothing, how you spell it? Nothing. There's absolutely nothing that Joe Biden has done that is going to sway this, that's going to change this whole thing. And let me just tell you this. I've been looking, forget about numbers and all that stuff. Look at what these people are doing. They're running around like sprayed roaches. That, where do we go? What state do we go to? Where do we put our money? Get this. I got the numbers here. They're in Pennsylvania. They claim to be winning, and that they are so convinced they're going to win. Same thing Hillary said, that they're going to start campaigning in the Republican controlled states. Texas is in play. Okay, if you believe, same thing Hillary said. She quit campaigning in Ohio and Pennsylvania and Wisconsin because Texas was in play. Now, you must be losing your mind to think Texas was in play in 2016 or that it's in play in 2020. Now, I get that the Democrats are playing some shenanigans and some skullduggery in Texas and elsewhere, but it ain't going blue for a while. And expect this, folks. Purple states are going to slowly start to go back to the red. But let me just give you some examples of this Joe Biden leading. He's supposed to be so far ahead that he could go rest. In fact, he didn't campaign, didn't even do anything through the debate because Joe Biden was confident. Well, we know it was because of Hunter, right? So, but anyway, here's what they're so confident. They said Joe Biden has spent $1.2 million in Pennsylvania, 1.1 million in Michigan, almost 1.1 million in Wisconsin, 1.1 million in Florida, almost $1 million in Arizona. In other words, he's so confident that he's pouring money into all the states that are at risk. Now, I don't know if you saw this, But Donald Trump did his rallies in Arizona. He's been hitting the battleground states consistently. The Democrats thought they took him out with the Wu flu when they stopped his rallies, because the rallies they figured out after 2016 are not just people kicking tires. It's not looky-loos. It's people that are going and getting energized at the idea of voting for who very well may be one of the best, but not, he's not certainly one of the best. He may be the best president in history. He's fighting a civil war that is as big as that of Abraham Lincoln. And instead of just freeing black folks, Donald Trump is trying to free everybody. Donald Trump is saying, I'm gonna free white people too. So you got Donald Trump, best president in history, bumping around, going from state to state, holding massive rallies, and the Democrats panicked because in 2016, they said, what's the big deal about the rallies? The rallies, it's just people going to see how strange Donald Trump is. Yeah, strangely electing him as president. So they tried to shut him down. They went, oh my gosh, we can't have any more rallies. We got this dreaded Wu flu, which of course is a joke. Does it kill people? Yeah, so does the common cold. So do slip and fall accidents. What are you gonna do about those? We're gonna put on a diaper for that too? Oh, we gotta wear a pad or helmets. Maybe we gotta go around in helmets so we don't slip and fall off a ladder and bust our heads or whatever. This is insane. But anyway, they try to kill the rallies. Donald Trump's getting thousands and thousands of people with overflow crowds. Forget that I would tell you jokingly that the overflow crowds, I'll get it out, were as good, had as many people as a Biden rally, but it's a joke. Trump comes to Prescott, Arizona. Thousands of people show up. He takes off in Air Force One. They take a picture. You can see it. He lands in Tucson. Thousands of people waiting. Trump has completely said, he said, okay, you got me. In Tulsa, when they made fun of Donald Trump, he had 6,800 people at a rally. Now, I want to get to where the rallies mean something is what I'm getting to. So now we've got the Democrats, and this is what I'm telling you. I don't want to be a Democrat. I would hate to be a Democrat right now because they're pulling out their super secret weapon. Well, maybe not quite so secret, because they still want you to believe that Barack Obama runs a Democratic Party, even though Biden said, I'm in charge here. So Barack Obama is in charge of the Democratic Party, and they've waited to deploy him. Kind of shades of 2016, right? Waiting to deploy baby black Jesus. He's going to come save the day because Hillary was heavy, a lot heavier than Biden, trying to drag her over the finish line. Biden should be lighter and easier because he's old and feeble and he's losing weight. So they bring out Obama, and Obama gets deployed where? In Pennsylvania, where Joe Biden hails from. I'm from Scranton. I'm a kid growing up scrappy in Scranton. You want to fight? You want to fight? Want to do some push-ups? Yeah. So Joe Biden says, hey, with Barack, I'm spending almost $1.3 million in advertising. Will you go to Pennsylvania and help a brother out? And so Barack Obama says, yeah, I'll go there for you. We're going to do some good up there, Joe. So you know what Barack Obama's going to do? He's going to be in drive-by rallies. Drive-by rallies. Yeah. The guy who's supposed to be able to fill a crowd. He's supposed to be able to get hundreds of thousands of people to show up and support Joe Biden. And you know what he's going to do? He's going to do drive-by rallies. Now, you know what Kamala Harris did in Florida? A drive-by rally. You know what happened? Nobody showed up. Joe Biden did a drive-by rally in Pennsylvania or Michigan or some battleground state. You know what the guy did? Honked his horn every time Joe started to speak. I mean, this is a joke. If that's your secret weapon, good luck, Democrats. I would hate to be a Democrat. If your secret weapon is Barack Obama coming to campaign, let me give you some bad news. Barack Obama did the identically same thing with Hillary Clinton after he had cheated, the DNC had cheated Bernie Sanders out of the nomination. Barack Obama, before Bernie even got official notification, had Hillary on Air Force One, and they flew to a rally that was supposed to be the end-all be-all. And what else did they have? They had Barack Obama weaponizing the Department of Justice against Donald Trump. FBI, CIA, NSA, everybody. They had every advantage on the planet. They had a lucid candidate, even though she did almost pass out when she got sick. But she was at least lucid, and she was supposedly a better candidate than Joe Biden. He even said so in previous messages, and they couldn't win then. So what makes you think that feeble old crooked Joe is going to win now. You think Barack Obama is going to get him over the hump? Really? Holy mother of Hunter. You must be asleep at the wheel. If you're a Democrat right now, you should be in sheer panic mode. Adam Schiff comes out and he says, it's a Russian conspiracy, what they've done to the Biden family. Jill Biden comes out and says, they're trying to smear my family. Well, if anybody's trying to smear your family, it's crackhead Hunter, because nobody else is doing it. There is no right-wing conspiracy, Hillary. There's only Hunter Biden's actions. And let me tell you something, Hunter is not to blame here. Hunter did not say, hey, Dad, what are you doing this weekend? You mind if I tag along to Ukraine or China? Joe Biden put this whole thing into action because that is the only way this happens. Crackheads do not get meetings with heads of state and start doing business with them without knowing anything about the business. So we're looking at the wrong place here. We're looking at Joe Biden. And as the drip campaign continues, I'm going to go this way because then it stays on screen. If the drip campaign continues with Rudy Giuliani slowly releasing this stuff, and they were asking Rudy, why are you doing it, Rudy? Why don't you just let it all come out? And Rudy goes, nope, because we can catch you in your lies. If we drip it out, we catch you in your lies. We'll go back this way. We'll catch you in your lies. So he's dripping it. Hunter Biden with underage girls. Hunter Biden sending money to that he got from Russian oligarchs back for sex trafficking and a host of other things. And who knows what we're going to discover. And you know what Joe's saying? They're just trying to mess with my son. You know, the bad son, not the good son who died. And so Democrats, I'm just trying to be a realist here. I'm telling you, look, I know it's too late. You can't replace Joe Biden now. The best you could hope for is that people, well, you guys, are you okay with Kamala Harris or whatever, however you say her name? Are you okay with her? Are you okay with sister girl coming up here going, Yeah. Let me tell you, America's not okay with sister girl. They're not okay with Sleepy Joe, and they're not okay with any other Democrat. You are in deep kimchi. You are in bad shape. And until somebody gives you the wake-up call, somebody like me who cares about you, who says, hey, welcome back to America, when you wake up, when you understand that you have been wrong about everything. I did a whole psychology video, KEV Talk, on what it's like to be wrong. I get it. You hate it. You hate that we were right and you were wrong. I understand it. Been there, done that. I didn't like it when I was growing up and it happened with my peers. I didn't like it with women that I dated. I didn't like it with my own kids when they were like, Dad, what you said about so-and-so? I Googled it. Okay, I get it. I was wrong. You've been wrong too. But let me tell you, you Democrats are massively wrong here. And you should just admit it and come to the fold. It's not that big of a deal for you to go, you know what? I got to admit, Donald Trump got me a job. Donald Trump got me a raise. I'm actually happier. I love the holiday season because I have a little extra coin in my pocket. You know, he really has helped more Blacks get jobs, more women get jobs, more Latinos get jobs than anybody. He did rebuild the economy twice. No, it was not Barack Obama. Donald Trump actually brought back the manufacturing jobs that Barack Obama said he couldn't. So give him credit. No, Donald Trump is not a racist. Racists do not open opportunity zones and actually put money in them. Racists do not finance historically Black colleges and say, I'm going to make sure you don't have to beg these white guys for money every single year. He gave them money and said, you operate the way you want to operate. You are an American institution. Go forth and conquer Black colleges and universities. Donald Trump does not work with Black people to the degree that he has in his past and will and does presently and will in the future if he's a racist. And you know this. Don't act like you don't know this. This is a fact. You know what racists are. I know what racists are. Man, we don't want you coming around here, and we don't want you in our neighborhoods, and we don't want you around. Donald Trump is nowhere close to being a racist. And any clown that wants to act like he is, all you're doing is showing your politics. Just get over yourselves. This is a lesson, folks, in being true to yourself. Democrats, you're going to wake up on November the 4th. It ain't going to be December. November the 4th, actually the 3rd, you're going to know that Donald Trump was reelected and that they wanted him. Now, I'm not trying to make this a second version of why Trump's going to get elected. I've already told you how Trump's going to get elected. And I told you this before the Hunter Biden crap broke. Now, if you think that with all of that and the crooked nature of the Biden family and the introspection that he's now going to get from the FBI and other people, that you're okay, good luck with that. I'm going to give you one final stat. And that stat is the number of people in Pennsylvania, the Republicans and Democrats. Democrats lost 15,000 people on their voter rolls. They lost 15,000 people. Republicans gained 174,000 people. This is in the time of Trump. Do you think that's an accident? Do you think that's because of Obama's economy? What are you going to credit for that? You think that Republicans just went, man, you know what? I'm going to sign up this time. I've been remiss. When Democrats went, oh, you know what? We don't need to grow anymore. Let's start shrinking. The Democrats that were lost, the 15,000 voters were lost, and they came over and they became Republican voters. So subtract 115,000 from 174,000. Okay, 155. And that's the number of new Republicans. That was the wrong number, I know. I was joking. That was the number of new Republicans that have now come on board. You follow me? This is what you've got, over 150,000 new people that said, I'm so energized, I'm going to sign up to be a part of what Donald Trump is doing. They're energized. You have Democrats that are so demoralized that they are leaving their party. Now, 15,000 may not sound like much, but that's 15,000 voters who have now shifted over, and they've joined over 150 something thousand voters who now want to support Donald Trump. 159. So we can just be clear about it, right? So is that right? Is that the math? It's over 150,000. So the point is, you're losing voters because you're losing ground. You're losing credibility. All of this is credibility. And this is just Pennsylvania. This is not Michigan. This isn't Florida. This isn't Ohio. This isn't Wisconsin. This is happening. What I just described is happening all over the country. These rallies mean something. That's why the Democrats wanted to shut them down. They wanted to shut down these rallies because they knew they were effective. And Trump worked around it. And now he's landing his plane and holding these rallies at airports or whatever. He's saying, to heck with Wu flu. We're not going to let the Chinese do anything more to this economy than they've already done. And we're certainly not going to let them interfere in this election. And you add to this all this stuff that's going on with Hunter Biden, the drip campaign that will continue. That drip campaign, but I'm just telling you, the debate, Trump will bring it up. Maybe he has. I don't know when you're going to see this video. Afterwards, you can bet the next few days is going to be an absolute onslaught against the Democrats. So I say to you this, look back at, at everybody who's been supporting, trying to get rid of Donald Trump. Adam Schiff, Jerry Nadler, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer. Where are they? What are they talking about? What are these people, what's left in their arsenal? What can they possibly say about Donald Trump in the closing stretch that you haven't heard? But what haven't you heard about what's going on the other side? What haven't you heard that you're going to hear? That when you get into that voters, that polling booth and you get to pull that lever, and you're going to be thinking about Captain Demento and his crooked son and their crooked dealings and all the things that led to this BS Russian collusion, Ukraine nonsense, trying to impeach the president over what Joe Biden and his son did. And wait till Biden is forced to have to come. I mean, he's going to face the truth. I know there are Democrats out there. You're hopeful. You're hopeful. Oh, no, let's hope he never face. He will face the truth. And when he faces the truth, whenever that is, it's going to be a revelation to a lot of people. I've said on my radio show many times when you, for the Democrats, what happens when you find out you're wrong? What happens when you come to the realization that everything you held near and dear, you thought you were protecting Black people by supporting Black Lives Matter. You were protecting a terrorist group. You thought you were protecting your city by ignoring Antifa. How's that working out for you, Portland? How's that working out for you, Seattle? You thought you were protecting all these different elements around you, that you're protecting Black people who, by the way, if you're strong and Black, you don't ask for people's protection. I don't need your protection. Hey, memo to white people. LeBron James doesn't need you to protect him. Tiger Woods, Oprah Winfrey. Oh, Kevin, you're mentioning all these successful Black folks. No, even Ray Ray doesn't need your protection. Ray Ray from the hood, sister from around the way, they don't need your protection. They don't even see you. Unless they go into the regular world, most of Black people's lives, many Black people's lives are surrounded mostly by other Black folks. In big cities they are, and they don't care. I mean, they interact with white folks to such a little degree that there's no way white people can be impacting your life like that. The white people who are impacting Black folks' lives negatively all have a D after their name, and they are the Pelosi's, the Chuck Schumers, the Jerry Nadlers, the Adam Schiffs. Those are the people that are doing the most damage to Black folks in the history of this country. And they're doing it at the expense of everybody. Everybody's got to feel some guilt. White people got to be guilty. Black people got to be made to be lowly and stupid. You don't vote for me, you ain't Black. That's what Democrats do, the Joe Bidens of the world, the Barack Obamas. They want to marginalize the entirety of the country so they can run it. So Democrats, I say to you, you can dismiss everything I say. It's your prerogative. I don't care. I'm not here to tell you to vote Republican. I'm not here to tell you not to vote Democrat. I'm not here to tell you anything about your vote, except you need to know what your vote does. And if you're looking at this pragmatically, objectively, Joe Biden's a bad case. He's a bad choice. And casting your vote for him is not moving the cause of freedom any farther. It's not helping LGBT issues. It's not helping women's issues. It's not helping Black issues. All these special interest things you guys like to talk about. But the most important thing, it is not helping the human race. Joe Biden and the people who want him elected are all about themselves. And you have a president right now who is about nothing more than making this country better. I don't like everything he does, but I'm firmly in his camp. So load up, Mr. President. You want to go to Times Square and shoot somebody? I'm still going to back you because I know what you're trying to do for this nation. And I say to Democrats, do what you want to do, but understand Donald Trump is going to be your president another 4 years. And you better get used to that. As my grandfather said, discipline, disappointment, because it's going to keep on happening. Now, he wasn't talking about Trump being a disappointment. He was saying to me as a kid, learn from your mistakes so you stop making them and they get fewer and farther between. Democrats, your mistakes are not getting fewer and farther between. You are making more mistakes at a faster level. You are reverting. You're like a child that's learning something. It's just stop. Okay. And finally, I'm going to let you stick that fork in the electrical outlet that doesn't have that the ground fault protector, because you need to feel the shock and consider this feeling the shock. I'm going to leave it there. Hey, everybody. I want to thank you for visiting my channel. I promise you, we're going to deliver some of the best videos you've seen, clever, insightful commentary, and things that you are going to be blown away by. So please keep checking back. Be sure to hit that subscribe button wherever it is. It might be over here. It could be over there. It's somewhere there. Hit that subscribe button and be sure to tell other people about Kevin Jackson and this channel. Thanks very much.